What if I told you that most preppers are doing it completely wrong? They're stockpiling gear that sits in closets gathering dust when they should be investing in items they use every single day. In the next 15 minutes, I'm going to show you the exact gear that experienced preppers swear by. Not because it might save them someday, but because it makes their lives better right now. These aren't theoretical survival tools. They're battle-tested items that prove their worth in both everyday situations and emergency scenarios. Welcome to Prep Pantry, where we cut through the prepper hype and focus on what actually works. If you're tired of wasting money on gear that never leaves the box, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for no-nonsense preparedness advice. Let's start with something you probably carry every day, but might be getting completely wrong: your knife. After years of collecting and testing dozens of folding knives, one model consistently rises above the rest: the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. Now, I know what you're thinking. Another knife recommendation? How original. But hear me out, because this isn't about brand loyalty or flashy marketing. The Paramilitary 2 excels at the one thing a knife is supposed to do: cut efficiently and reliably day after day. The secret is in the steel. The Spyderco Paramilitary 2 uses S45VN, which is classified as a super steel. This means it holds an edge significantly longer than standard steels, and it resists corrosion like a champ. But here's the kicker. Unlike some other high-end steels that are a nightmare to sharpen, S45VN remains manageable for the average user, especially with the Paramilitary 2's straightforward blade geometry. What makes this knife truly shine in daily use is its fidget-friendly design. You can open it with the Spidey flick, thumb flick, or use the compression lock. This isn't just about showing off. It means you can access your blade quickly and reliably with one hand, whether you're opening packages at work or processing kindling in the woods. But let's be honest about the drawbacks. The tip is delicate, which makes it fantastic for precision work, but means you need to baby it during heavy-duty tasks. The handle is also longer than some people prefer, and it can cause wear on your pocket over time. And yes, at around $150 to $200, it's not cheap. If you're working with a tighter budget, don't worry. The Kershaw Cryo offers solid performance at about a third the price. The Spyderco Tenacious gives you that same reliable Spyderco design philosophy without the premium steel. And the Cold Steel Mini Recon brings serious durability for those who need something that can take a beating. Now, a knife is just one tool, and no matter how good it is, you're going to need more functionality in your daily carry. That's where multi-tools come in. And this is where most people make their biggest mistake. The problem with most multi-tools isn't that they don't have enough functions. It's that accessing those functions is a pain in the ass. You've probably experienced this. You need a screwdriver, so you open your multi-tool, and suddenly 3 other implements fall out because they don't have individual springs. It's infuriating. The Victorinox Swiss Tool X solves this problem elegantly. Every single tool has its own leaf spring, which means no more tool clumping. You can access the Phillips driver, multiple flathead screwdrivers, knife blade, saw, and scissors without fighting with the pliers or having other tools flop around. The Victorinox steel is also more corrosion resistant than what you'll find on many competitors, including the popular Leatherman Wave. If you're using your multi-tool regularly, and you should be, this resistance to rust and corrosion becomes really important over time. The main limitation is that the blades don't open with one hand, which some people see as a break deal. Victorinox does make models with one-handed opening, but you'll pay more for that feature. Sometimes, though, you need something more substantial than a folding knife or multi-tool. When you're processing firewood, clearing fallen branches, or just need something that can take serious abuse, you want a fixed blade. The K-Bar Becker series has earned its reputation in this category. These are full-tang knives built to withstand heavy use. The BK7 is your go-to for heavy-duty tasks like clearing fallen wood after storms. The BK16 excels at more precise work: carving, fire starting, food prep. The BK2 is the bruiser of the family, with a thick spine that can handle tasks that would damage lighter blades. What sets the Becker series apart is the ergonomic handle design. You can hold these knives in multiple grips comfortably, which matters when you're doing extended cutting tasks. At around $120, they hit that sweet spot between cost and performance. Here's a pro tip. Upgrade the sheath.
The stock Becker sheaths are functional, but nothing special. A good Kydex sheath transforms how you carry and deploy these knives, and it prevents the blade from dulling against the sheath material. But the sharpest knife in the world is useless if you can't maintain it. This brings us to one of the most overlooked aspects of preparedness: keeping your tools in working condition. The Spyderco Sharpmaker is hands down the best system for this. The Sharpmaker excels at maintaining a shaving sharp edge on knives that are already in decent condition. It comes with medium and fine ceramic stones, and the angle is preset, so you don't have to guess or worry about consistency. You can upgrade with diamond stones for more aggressive sharpening or ultra-fine stones for polishing. Where the Sharpmaker struggles is with heavily damaged or dull blades. If you've got a knife that's been seriously abused, you might need to start with coarser stones or diamond plates before moving to the Sharpmaker for maintenance. The key insight here is that sharpening isn't just about emergency preparedness. It's about respecting your tools and keeping them functioning at their peak. A sharp knife is not only more effective, it's actually safer to use because you don't have to apply excessive pressure. Now, let's talk about something that most people completely overlook: how you carry all this gear. The wrong bag can make even the best tools useless, and the right bag can multiply your effectiveness. The Vertex Ready Pack has proven itself over years of daily use. What makes it special isn't flashy features or military styling, it's the opposite. This pack blends into urban environments perfectly. It doesn't scream tactical or prepper, which is exactly what you want. Despite its low profile, the Ready Pack holds a surprising amount of gear without becoming unwieldy. It has compartments for ballistic panels, if that's your thing, and options for concealed carry holsters. But more importantly, it's comfortable enough for daily use as a work bag, travel bag, or gym bag. The best gear is gear you actually use, and the Ready Pack lives up to that philosophy. You can carry your knives, multi-tool, first aid supplies, and electronics without looking like you're headed to a survivalist convention. But gear is only half of the equation. Knowledge weighs nothing and can't be taken away from you. Building a solid prepper library is one of the smartest investments you can make, and it's something you can start today regardless of your budget. The Foxfire book series is like having an encyclopedia of traditional Appalachian knowledge. These books cover everything from food preservation to blacksmithing, all based on interviews with people who lived these skills. It's practical knowledge that's been tested over generations. For more contemporary preparedness advice, Jim Cobb stands out as an author who actually knows what he's talking about. His latest book, Prepper Long-Term Survival: Countdown to Preparedness, is structured as a 52-week course. Each chapter covers a critical topic, from food and water storage to situational awareness and disaster psychology. What makes Cobb's writing valuable is that it's accessible without being dumbed down. He doesn't assume you're preparing for zombie apocalypse scenarios. He focuses on realistic threats and practical responses. His approach is systematic, which means you can actually implement his advice instead of just feeling overwhelmed by information. Field guides are another category that pays dividends. Audubon field guides for your specific region can teach you what's edible, what's medicinal, and what's dangerous in your local environment. This isn't theoretical knowledge, it's information you can use on hiking trips, camping excursions, or in your own backyard. Knowledge is useless if you can't communicate it or coordinate with others. This brings us to one of the most practical preparedness tools: GMRS radios. The Baofeng UV 5G Plus radios offer serious capability at a reasonable price. These radios can communicate with standard walkie-talkies, which makes them family-friendly. Your kids can use the simple functions while you have access to more advanced features. The handheld units put out up to 5 watts, and you can get base stations that reach 50 watts. Here's something most people don't realize: upgrading your antenna often improves performance more than increasing wattage. A good antenna on a 5-watt radio can outperform a cheap antenna on a 50-watt radio. These radios also receive FM radio and NOAA weather frequencies. During storms or power outages, access to weather information and emergency broadcasts can be critical. The fact that your kids can operate these radios and switch between communication and radio functions makes them incredibly practical for family preparedness.
Yes, GMRS radios require a license, but it's a simple process that costs about $35 and lasts 10 years. No test required, just paperwork. Let's talk about power, because when the grid goes down, your ability to maintain communications, lighting, and basic electronics can make the difference between inconvenience and crisis. Solar generators from companies like Jackery and EcoFlow have proven themselves reliable for both daily use and emergency backup. These aren't just emergency tools. You can use them to power laptops, reduce your electric bill, or provide power in locations where you don't have outlets. For smaller electronics, Anchor USB battery banks are incredibly versatile. You can pair them with portable solar panels to create a mini solar generator that fits in your backpack. These are perfect for keeping phones charged during outages or while traveling. The key insight is that the best power solutions are ones you use regularly. If your solar generator sits unused until there's an emergency, you won't know how to operate it effectively when you need it most. One prep that most people never consider is data backup, but external hard drives from companies like Lacey or G Technology are actually crucial for modern preparedness. These drives can store PDFs, maps, family photos, and videos. They're durable enough for regular use and can be kept in a Faraday cage alongside a computer to protect against electromagnetic threats. This might seem trivial until you consider the emotional value of family memories, especially during times of loss or crisis. Having secure backups of irreplaceable photos and documents can provide comfort and stability when everything else feels uncertain. Emergency heating is another area where the right gear makes all the difference. The Mr. Heater Buddy Heater is a reliable solution for power outages, camping, or hunting. It can quickly warm spaces even in freezing conditions, and it features a low oxygen shutoff for safety. You can run it on disposable propane bottles for portability or connect it to larger cylinders with an adapter hose for extended use. Just remember to ensure proper ventilation and use a carbon monoxide detector. Safety always comes first. The pattern you should be noticing here is integration. The best preps aren't items you buy and forget about. They're tools and knowledge that become part of your daily routine. Your EDC knife gets used to open packages and cut rope. Your multi-tool fixes things around the house. Your battery bank charges your phone during travel. Your radio provides weather updates and entertainment. This approach has several advantages. First, you actually know how to use your gear when you need it. Second, you can identify problems or limitations before they become critical. Third, you get immediate value from your preparedness investments instead of just insurance against theoretical scenarios. Rotate your gear through daily use cycles. Upgrade strategically when you identify specific limitations. Maintain redundancy for critical functions without buying duplicate items that never get used. Think of preparedness as a lifestyle that values resilience and self-reliance, not just stockpiling gear for doomsday scenarios. The items I've covered today have all proven themselves in both everyday use and emergency situations. They represent a foundation that you can build on based on your specific needs and circumstances. Whether you're looking to upgrade your everyday carry, improve your communication capabilities, or build a comprehensive preparedness library, these recommendations offer solid starting points. Remember, the best preps are the ones you use, understand, and trust. Make them part of your daily routine, stay educated about new developments, and focus on building capabilities rather than just accumulating stuff. If this video helped you think differently about preparedness, hit that like button and subscribe to Prep Pantry. We're building a community of people who believe in practical preparedness without the hype or fear-mongering. What gear has proven most valuable in your daily life? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.